presentation today. We are talking about arrays. For our first example, we're doing 2 times 2, which means we're doing 2 groups of 2. So what that looks like is you have one group of 2, and then the second group of 2, which makes 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. For our second example, we're going to try something a little bit harder and do 2 times 3, which means we'll have 2 groups of 3. So we have one group of 3, and then we have a second group of 3, which makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 times 3 equals 6. Now for our third example, we're going to do something even harder. We're going to do 3 times 3. So we'll have 3 groups of 3 pumpkins. So we have one group of 3, and then the second group of 3, and then the last group of 3, or the third group of 3. And this makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pumpkins. 3 times 3 equals 9. All right, last example. This will be our last array example, and then we'll move on to something different. So we have 2 times 4. 2 times 4. And so we'll have 2 groups of 4 pumpkins. So our first group has 4 pumpkins. And then our second group also has 4 pumpkins. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 times 4 equals 8. Okay, so we have 12 pumpkins, and we are going to make equal groups, but different equal groups. So our first one is going to be 1 times 12. So we have one group, 1 times 12. So we have one group of 12. Okay, so we have one whole group of 12, and these are our factors of 12. So 1 times 12 equals 12. Now we're still going to have the same number of pumpkins, but we're going to rearrange them differently. So our next factor, if we move one step up, we'll have 2. So 2 groups of 6 equals 12 as well. So we're, just like we said, we still have the same number of pumpkins. They're just rearranged in a different group. So our second factors are 2 times 6 equals 12. And then for our last group of factors, we're going to shrink our groups even further, so we'll have 3 groups of 4. So 3 times 4 equals 12. All right, and so technically we could do, like, for our last group of factors, we could do 4 times 3 and just switch them around, but we're still working with the same number of pumpkins.